But I have some thank yous that I need to make because this wasn't my idea. You know, it's always great to take credit for things, and I think that's what a lot of politicians will try and do. But I can't take credit for this. This was an idea by the folks who live here, who contacted me, and especially Tim Mannion, who went out of his way to try and make this happen and to make this possible. And without that support and without that idea, this would not have happened, and this sign wouldn't be here. We also owe some special thanks to Chief Hurliman, who was very, very helpful in getting us the information that we needed in order to make it happen, and especially to Mayor Loretti. The resources of his staff, his support through the legislative process really did make this happen. And I could not have done this without all of that help throughout the process. And I know Chief Hurliman would like to say a few words. Chief, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, I'd like to thank everybody for coming this morning. I want to thank Representative Perillo, the Mayor, Commissioner Mannion, the others who worked on this project to make it happen. I think it's very important that we have a permanent public reminder of Sergeant Smith's service, not only to his country, but also to his city. When we go to the police department daily, we're reminded of his service, but the general public is not. Now, thanks to these signs and the dedication of the road, the public is as well. So, thank you again.
And Mayor, if you would.
Well, I would like to echo the same comments and sentiments of the two speakers before. I can't say that I'm happy to be here today for obvious reasons. I'd have much rather had the opportunity to enjoy Sergeant Smith a few more years. But we all understand that these are the things that happen in life. I lived it in my own family, as you know. But it doesn't make it any better. I think what the important thing is, what we're doing here today is calling attention where attention is necessary and required. And so I too want to thank all the people who took a leadership role in making this happen, because this is the right thing for the city to do. A reminder for the public, not forget those who have made contributions to our society. And so today, that's what stands for me in my mind. Thanks for being here.
In order to do something like this, it actually is an act of the legislature, and I had the opportunity to explain to the legislature why this was so important. And of course, it's very, very simple. Smitty was exactly what you want an American to be: a hero to his country, a hero to his community. And the story really told itself, and the reasons to do this were very, very obvious, and the support of the legislature made a big difference. You've seen the sign when you come in, you've seen the sign when you come out. There's actually one other sign, and it's a ceremonial sign. And at this point, I'd like to have Nancy come on up, because this is the sign that you get to keep.
Thank you.
And
This is
I hope
incredible.
I hope that it certainly doesn't change things, but it's a recognition that I think is important.
My husband would be so, so proud at what you all have done for him. He absolutely loved Shelton. He loved the people of Shelton. He never stopped that. He never stopped that. We used to have arguments because he originally was from Ansonia, nothing for nothing. And so was I. And we kind of grew up on the same street. So I would tease him and say, no, you have to root for the Chargers. And he'd say to me, what are you, nuts? I'm from Shelton. And I'd say, Bud, you're originally from Ansonia. He'd say, no, I'm Shelton. So he lived Shelton his entire life. And I can certainly see why. The people in Shelton have certainly embraced him. They embraced him when he was alive, and they embraced his memory. And I can't thank you enough for all that you've done for his memory.
Folks, I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank the Shelton Police Department for all the help that they were, and not only in making this happen, but directing the traffic and making sure everybody got where they needed to get. Thank you all for being here, and thank you all for sharing in this and for celebrating the memory of Smitty. Thank you very much.
Thank you.